We know that Caden, Kevin, Oscar, and Louis, they have some game cards. Caden has 15 game cards, less than 1/3 the total number of game cards. Kevin has 90 game cards, more than 1/3 the total number of game cards. Now, Oscar has 1/5 the number of game cards Caden has, and Louis has 6 game cards less than Oscar. How many cards do they have altogether? We can draw a model for this. So I'm going to draw, starting with Caden. Okay, now, first of all, Caden has 15 game cards less than 1/3. I need to know where is this 1/3 total number of game cards. So let's mark out a point it may be the 1/3. Let's say this point is 1/3. Okay, right. So since Caden has 15 more than less than 1/3, Caden. So is 15 from 1/3. Anyone has any problem so far? So the dotted line actually represents 1/3 the total number of game cards. Okay, now let's look at Kevin. Kevin has 90 more than 1/3. So if here is 1/3, this point is 1/3. Okay, that means 90 more is this area, right? Correct? Because this point is 1/3. Yes, anyone has any problem so far? Okay, Gabriel, I appreciate if you can sit properly, same as Yongqian. Okay, now, third part. Oscar has 1/5 the number of game cards Caden has. Okay, you know Oscar. Okay, we try not to write O, we just write OS for Oscar. 1/5, that means Caden, right? I need to cut into 5, right? So Caden is 5 units. And then Oscar is how many units? 1 unit. Okay? Right. Since I know that Caden 5 unit, Oscar 1 unit. Now, if I want to know how much this area is, look at where the place where I've highlighted. Okay, can you express this part in terms of units, Sky? (5u plus). Very good. 5u plus 15. Everyone understand why is it 5u plus 15? Yes. Okay, very good. So you know this is 5u plus 15. Okay. Now, Louis has 6 game cards less than Oscar. So Louis is actually this portion. Because it's a kind of small, I'm going to draw an arrow. This is 1 unit minus 6. Yes or no? Okay? Everyone understand the model so far? Okay. Now, we need to know that how many game cards do they have all together, right? So, from this model, let's just focus on the model. And we don't need to look at anything else. Okay. Now, to find the total number of game cards, am I right to say that I'm adding this 5 units to 5 units plus 15 plus 90 plus 1 unit plus 1 unit minus 6 to find the total number of game cards. Is it right for me to add all this? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Now, this is for Caden, 5 units. Kevin is 5 units plus 15 plus 90. Correct or wrong? So far, this is for Kevin. Now, I need to add Oscar, which is 1 unit. And I need to add Luis, which is 1 unit minus 6. This expression, right, will represent the total number of game cards, right? Yes or no? Yes. Kaden, any problem? Yes? Oh, that's my arrow. Yeah, sorry. Okay, so you all agree this is the total? Okay, now, this total is equals to, now let's focus on where's the 1/3, okay? This portion is 1/3, yes or no? So look properly at this portion is 1/3. If I have 3 times of this portion, 3 times of this portion, I will make it 1 whole, yes or no? Correct? So that means if 5 units multiplied by 3, I'll get 15 units plus 45. This is 1 whole, yes or no? So I'm actually getting this whole part, because when you add everything up, is equals to 3 times of this 1/3, right? Yes? Now with this equation, I can proceed on to simplify. You learn in algebra, 5u plus 5u equals to 10u plus 1, 11u, 12u, yes or no? So I have 12u. Next, I look at all my numbers. 15 plus 90 is 105, right? 105 minus 6, 99. So I add 99 equals to 15u plus 45. Now, very simple. So how many units equals to how much? Yongqian, tell me. Simple calculation, don't actually need to use a calculator. I can't hear you, sorry. Three u equals to how much? 3u equals to? (99 minus 45, is it? Do you say that? Which is equals to how much? Mental calculation should be quite easy. (54). Anyone do not understand how I get these 3 units equals to 54? Anyone do not understand? Everyone can understand how I get this 3 units. So, with that, I can find my 1 unit, which is 54 divided by 3, right? Which gives me 18. So, let's go back to the question again. I do not know what's the question. They ask, how many game cards do they have altogether? Okay, game cards have altogether is actually this, right? Because this is 1 whole, yes or no? Correct? This represents the total number of game cards, right? So all I need to do is to find my 15 units first. Okay, so let's find my 15 units. Okay, when I have 15 units, it's actually equals to 18 multiplied by 15. What do I get? How much again? 270. Is this the final answer? What must I do to this 270? Add 45, okay? 270 plus 45. So I have 270 plus 45, and I get 315. And this is the answer. Anyone has any question with this? Yes, Amish? You can do 12 units plus 99 as well. You can do 12 units plus 99 as well. Yes, Bjorn?
After I drew my model, I got this equation. It's still the same answer.
Don't you think that this is a bit complicated?
Yeah, so should I just only draw the model?
You should do an alternative and redo the whole question. Okay?
But this is still okay, right?
Yeah, this is okay, but you need to do an alternative.
My method is basically your method.
But I know
the model is different.
it's a bit complicated. I don't know about you, but I feel this is complicated. What do you think? Because you're doing units and parts.
It's basically the same thing. Over there you will see 12.
I know, I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, but personally, I think that mine is very elegant, very clear. I'm not sure whether you want to follow mine or not. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying my answer is very elegant, very clear. Okay, it depends on whether you want to do the alternative.
My model is different, but my answer is correct.
Yeah, this is no problem. This is good.
Just write it down. Instead of my model.
Yeah, it's fine as well.
So is it okay if I just draw your model?
You need to, after that, you need to have my working. Okay, right? Okay, anyone has any problem with this? Okay, is it clear? Anyone need to clarify anything? Adriana, any problem? Sky? Okay, so we're going to move on to the start of this paper. Okay, right at the start. Okay, yeah, the first question. Let's go to the first question. Okay, we need to go to the first question. Okay, I'm going to show you question by question. Okay, please pay attention. Okay, I can, this CA1 will be tougher than any of the papers you have taken so far. But, so you need to revise, but it will not be the toughest. I will think that SA1 will be the most mind-blowing paper that you ever have in Ngee Primary. Okay? No, SA1 is really the gold standard in exam, maths exam. Okay, so right, PSLE I think I hope is easier than SA1. Okay, yep. You'll be surprised. SA1 you will be blown away by it. Okay, I'm going to amaze you with the questions. Yeah. Okay, this paper was set by me. This paper was set by me last year for CA1. You can. So you can know how SA1 look like next time. It will be very good paper, I promise you. I already thought of what I want to test you on. Okay? No, I'm going to test you on everything that you don't know. Okay? Right? Okay, let's focus on this. Okay? What's the meaning of the word mercy? I don't know. Mercy chocolates? Who knows? Right? Are you sure you do not know what is mercy chocolates? Are you so deprived? This is Singapore, not a third world country. We have chocolates here. And we have mercy chocolates. Right? Yeah. Okay, you go to the supermarket, you can find it. Okay. Calm down, calm down. Don't get excited over chocolate. Okay, Now let's look at question 31. Ernest, I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at Araki. Please put in your chair, Ernest. Okay, Anthony and his 3 classmates. So, Anthony and his 3 classmates. So, altogether, how many people? 4. Went rollerblading at East Coast Park. They rented 4 pair of rollerblades, and the rental charges for each rollerblade were as follows. First hour, $4. Every additional half hour, take note, is half hour. Okay? And part thereof. You know what's the meaning of part thereof? So even if it's less than half an hour, if it's 15 minutes, also they will charge as half hour prices. Okay, even 1 minute they will charge as 1 extra minute they will charge as half an hour prices. So they actually rollerblade from 3:45 to 6:30. So let's draw a timeline. For all time question, you need to have a timeline. Okay, you cannot say I use 6:30. I do not want to see things like this. Okay, 6:30 p.m. minus 3:45 p.m. Then you tell me, oh, this is like 3 hours, or this is 2 hours and 15 minutes or 45 minutes. Okay, I don't want to see that. Okay, all time questions you need to have a timeline. So I do not want to see this mistake during the exam. Now, until 6:30, I will add 1 hour. This is 4:45, and it's PM. And I add another 1 hour. It's 5:45 PM. And from 5:45, sorry, it's a bit off. So from 5:45 is actually 45 minutes. Okay, so I have 1 hour here, 1 hour. Okay, so we know that the first hour is how much? And after which they charge in 150 per half an hour block, right? So for this 1 hour, how much do they need to pay? $3, right? Because it's 150 times 2 is $3. Now, what about for the last 45 minutes? You also need to pay $3, right? Because 45 minutes, first 30 minutes is 150. The next 15 minutes, because it's the part thereof, right? Is another 150. So it's another $3. Okay, so this is $3 as well. So this is the price paid by how many people? 1 person. And $4 plus $3 plus $3 is how much? So this is for 1 person, $4 plus $3 plus $3. But altogether you have how many? You have 4 people, right? So when you have 4 people, you need to multiply by 4. And altogether it costs $40. Who get this question wrong? Raise your hand. No, after that, remember on the Friday I said y'all finish the whole paper? No. What? This is ridiculous. You are like ganging up on me. Okay? This is not just a lie. This is a group lie. You're lying as a group. Okay? Okay? This is blatant lying.
The teacher was correct.
Did I give you homework?
Yes. Sorry, Mr. Xiao.
Actually, I wanted to ask you all just to do this. Did I give you homework? Did I ask you to do homework? Did I use that as homework? So, was that homework or not? 31? No. Okay, never mind, I give you extra. So was that homework or not? Who is always correct? Very good. Never mind, I'll keep this. Okay, it's okay. Never mind. I'll just go through these questions with you today, and later you'll do it as homework, so it's easier for you. Okay? Wait. Another question. Who's the nicest teacher in Ngee Ann Primary School? Wait. I ask you nicely again. Who's the nicest teacher in Ngee Ann Primary School? Okay, can. Very good. Okay, that's good enough for me. Hey, enough There's a limit to my niceness Okay? Don't take advantage of my niceness. Okay, what? So you ran your rollerblade in once So you ran a rollerblade in once. Oh, I know, you rollerblade like this. Are you sure to tell me that you're rollerblading like this? Serious? Okay, I tell you, this year Teachers' Day, Colin Chi, you're going to perform for all the teachers. Rollerblading using one leg. Okay? Right? Okay. Let's settle down. Let's look at question 32. The mass of a crate completely filled with 50 apples. So there's 50 apples inside the crate. Okay? Was 15 kg. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you a question. This 15 kg, other than the 50 apples, what does it also consist of, Gabriel? The weight of the empty crate, right? So this 15 kg also includes the weight of the empty crate. Right, when the crate was filled with 20 apples, it weighed 9 kg. What was the mass of the empty crate? So, simple model again. Okay, now it's with 50 apples. Okay. With 50 apples, it actually weighs 15 kg. Now, when it has 20 apples, it weighs 9 kg. Now, we agreed that this 15 kg and this 9 kg includes the mass of the empty crate, right? So I need to actually draw the part which is the mass of the empty crate. So let this be the mass of the empty crate. So this must be 20 apples. And this must be 50 apples. Now, what is the difference in the mass? Yongqian. Which is? You don't need to use calculator for that, okay? Right? So, everyone agree with the model so far? Yes. 6 kg. And this is actually the mass of 30 apples equals to 6 kg. Now, I want to find the mass of the empty crate. First of all, I can find 10 apples first, right? 10 apples equals to how many kg? 6 kg divided by 6 kg divided by 3, right? And that will give me 2 kg, right? And this is for 10 apples. Okay? Now, if I have 20 apples, okay, I want to do the second part, okay, it's actually times 2, right? Which is 4 kg. To find the mass of the crate, I just need to use 9 kg minus 20 apples. I can get the mass of the empty crate. Am I right? Okay, so all I need to do is to use 9 minus 4 equals to 5. Okay? Yeah, we can. There's another way of doing, of course. If you want to find 50 apples, and then you use 15 kg minus 10 kg. Okay, there's 2 ways of doing. Anyone has any problem with this? No, right? Let's look at the next question. You should be thankful that I'm doing it for you instead of asking you to go home and do it on your own. But you are having an easier time. Okay, next. Okay, next. Darren's height was 1.6 meters. The ratio of Ray's height to Darren's height was 4:5. Okay, so I know that Ray is to Darren is 4:5. Now, the ratio of Leslie's height to Ray's height is 1:2. Okay, now, in order for me to compare the height of the 3 boys, okay, I need to be able to do something like Ray is to Darren is to Leslie. Am I right or wrong? Okay, now let's look at this. Ray in this case is 4 units. Ray in this case is 2 units. What should I do to this? Wait. Xuan Wei. Lowest common multiple. When you do a lowest common multiple, we can equalize it. So what's the lowest common multiple in this case? Ernest? 4. So I get 2:4. So I can rewrite all this ratio nicely. So Ray is 4. Darren is 5. Okay, Darren is 5. And Leslie is 2. So they say that Darren's height was 1.6 meters. So I can see that this is actually 1.6 meters. So 5u equals to 1.6. What is 1u? What is 1u equals to? The two of you, I'm not going to say again. I'm not going to say again. Separate your table now. Stop being childish, okay, and stop touching each other's hand beneath the table. Okay? So when 1.6 divided by 5, what do I get? 0.32. Now, what was Leslie's height? Leslie's height is how many units? 2 units, right? And it's actually 0.64 because you multiply by 2. So one thing I need you all to take note of, okay? One thing is you cannot do it the same as I do. You know that sometimes I just write 5u equals to 1.6. Then I just write 1u equals to 0.32. You cannot just write 1u equals to 0.32. You need to write 1u equals to 1.6 divided by 5 equals to 0.32, okay? During the exam. Do you understand or not? Yes, Amish? 1.6 over 5. No, I want to. You cannot have a decimal inside a fraction. I believe that by now you know that you cannot write 1.6 over 5 like this. You cannot have a decimal inside a fraction, right? Correct? Yes or no? So you cannot write something like this. Okay. Now, remember, then if you want to find 2 units, you need to write 0.32 multiplied by 2 equals to 0.64. Okay? You cannot write the same way because I want to save space. Okay? Anyone has any problem? Okay? No, then I'm going to move on to the next question. Yes? 1.6 times 40%. Why we want to do something like that's like so complicated? Do it simple. Do it with whole numbers. All this like 2 units, 5 units. Why do you want to include percentage inside? 1.6 divide by. Oh no, I prefer you to do it in a very organized manner. Okay, let's do the next question. Okay, now in an exhibition hall, 32 chairs were placed at equal distance from one end of the hall to the other end of the hall. The width of each chair is 40 cm. The distance between 2 chairs is 50 cm. Find the width of the hall in meters. So that means you have a chair right at the ends of the hall. That means this is the wall. And you have the chair at the other end of the hall. So you want to see how many chairs you can put. Right? Understand what I mean? So the width of each chair is 40 cm. How many chairs do you have? How many chairs do you have? 32, right? So since they want it in meters, so I convert everything to meters first. So 32 multiplied by 40 cm is how much in meters? 0.4. 0.4 meters. What do you get? 12.8 meters. This is only for the width of the chair. Now, if I have 32 chairs, how many gaps are there in between the chairs? Caroline? I can't hear you, sorry. You have 31 gaps. Everyone can understand? Because you have 32 chairs, the number of gaps must definitely be 31. Yes, correct. So 31. And what is the length of each gap? 0.5 meters. And this will give me 15.5 meters. So to get the width of the hall, I need to use 12.8 plus 15.5. What do I get in the end? 28.3 meters. So 28.3 meters. It may seem very simple, but I don't understand. What I don't understand is that when I discussed with Mr. Pang regarding the way y'all do your SA2 last year, y'all make a lot of mistakes in all these simple questions, all those 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks questions. Even in paper 1, y'all also lose many marks, which I don't understand why. Okay, y'all need to be really careful and think through it slowly. Okay, next question, 35. Okay, it's drawing. Sorry, I don't have a protractor. Okay, I don't have a protractor to actually draw it for you. Right? So you have to use a protractor yourself and try it at home. Okay, but I can roughly tell you how it looks like. Roughly, okay? It's not exact. So ABC is 127 degrees. Okay, so I have something like, maybe here is about 127, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so I maybe have this is just a rough drawing, okay? I did not measure the angle. Okay, so what I have here is A, B, C. Can you see this 127 degrees? Anyone has any problem so far? So I know that it's bigger than 90. That's why I draw it bigger than right angle. So you must first understand that 127 degrees is bigger than 90 degrees. That's why I draw obtuse angle. Okay, next is I also know that BCD, okay, BCD is also 127. So it's something along here. Okay. Remember, I need to label D. And this is also 127 degrees. You must be able to read the angle, okay? Because previously when I taught you angles in geometric figures, some of you do not know how to label angles. So I say again, A, B, C. This is the angle that's 127 degrees. B, C, D. This is the angle that's 127 degrees. Okay, yes? Yeah, so CD is 5 cm. Sorry, which one do you say I dropped? So you're saying I draw this wrongly? Because it's 5 cm. I told you right at the start, I don't have a ruler and protractor, right? Yeah, but it's a slanted length. This is a slanted length. You can't read it off the chart. It's a slanted length. Okay? Right? It's a slanted length. Oh, no, you cannot count 5 squares, you see. Because it's a slanted length, you cannot count it that way. Okay? If you don't believe me, you got a piece of paper, right? You count, let's say you draw a pencil, a slanted line that is across 5 boxes. Do you get 5 cm? No, you don't get 5 cm. The slanted line is definitely greater than 5 cm. Okay? You have to use your ruler for all of this. Ruler and protractor. This is drawn according to skill. Of course, even all exams, not just CA1, you need to bring your mathematical set. Okay, you need to bring your mathematical set. Okay, and of course you need to draw a trapezium. Okay, that means this is you need to close it. Okay. Okay, so this is just a draft, okay? It's not accurate. Amish, yes? A, B, and CD, yes, it must, yes, if the angle is equal, the length must be the same. Yes, okay? Can, because it is a trapezium, the length must be the same so that these two parts can be parallel. Anyone has any problem so far? Okay, so you must use your protractor, okay? This is just a rough one. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, algebra is something that generally the class is very weak at. Okay, now Jenny has Y dollars. Okay, now I know that Jenny has Y dollars. Now Anna has 1/3 of Jenny. So if Anna has 1/3 of Jenny, can someone give me the algebraic expression for Anna? Kaden. Y divided by? Okay. So when you do Y divided by 3, because it's 1/3, right? It's best that we can express it as Y over 3. Anyone has any problem so far? Okay, now, next part. Melissa has $6 lesser than Anna. Give me the algebraic expression for Melissa, Colin Chi. y over 3 minus 6. Anyone has any problem so far? So how much does Melissa have? Okay, Melissa is actually y over 3 minus 6. The whole thing you must bracket. No sign. Okay, normally during my working, right, I never put a dollar sign or else it's very, very untidy, very confusing. So I always put my units right at the last, okay, as the answer blank. Okay, try to do that as well. If y equals to $24, how much do they have altogether? I'm going to show you. Altogether is y plus y over 3 plus y over 3 minus 6. Yes or no? So next, I substitute in my 24. Plus, when you have y divided by 3 is 8, right? Plus 8, 6. Okay, so 24 plus 16 equals how much? 24 plus 16. 40, right? 40 minus 6? 34. So they have $34 altogether. Yes? Normally y is quite easy to recognize. Okay, it's only the t. The t, in order not to confuse it with the positive, the plus sign, right? We put a tail at the end. And the x as well. Okay, the t and the x. Huh? B actually is quite straightforward because B you will just write straight down. You will not write like this, you see. O, normally they do not use O for the exam. Yes? We will be accepting this X in exam. Okay, Z we will just write really straight. Okay? Can? Not necessary, and please don't do that. Okay? And if you write a Z, right, normally if you want to differentiate a 2 and a Z, we'll put a 2 that's big. Okay? Right, we'll put a 2 that's really big. Okay? Can? Yes? S is fine as well. You are not confused with a 5. Because if you want to write a 5, you'll write like this with a S. Okay? T, I told you just put a tail. Okay? Right? So next question. Okay. Khalid had 200 more marbles than Danny at first. After Khalid gave 3/4 of his marbles away and Danny gave 2/3 of his marbles away, they had 113 marbles left altogether. How many marbles did Danny have at first? It's very similar to one of the questions that we did recently. Okay, right? We normally draw the before model first. Okay? It's easier that you draw the before model for this. Okay? I'll show you why. Okay? So we have Khalid and we have Danny. And you know that Khalid has 200. More than Danny, right? Remember we have actually practiced this question before. Okay, the school is usually fair to you, okay? We will try to test you on things that you have learned before. We will not test you on things that you have never learned before. Yeah, but I'm going to set a paper on questions that you always get wrong in class. Okay, even after 100 times that I taught you, you still get it wrong, that kind of paper. Okay, to make you regret that you never study hard enough. Okay? Yeah, why not, right? Yeah. Okay? I cannot tell you what questions I'm going to set, but I love to test you on questions that I taught you before and you cannot learn it well. Yeah. Okay? So, let's continue. Alexis is having headache already. Huh? Okay. So, you know that Khalid gave 3/4 of his marbles away. That means you see here, this is Khalid. He need to give 3/4 away. That means I need to cut into 4 parts, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And this 200, I must also cut into 4 parts. When I cut into 4 parts, I actually get 50. Okay? So I can mark it up. $50. Okay? And this must be 150. Because in case I need it for other purposes, I don't know whether I need it to use it for other purposes or not. Yeah, I wouldn't know. So I like maybe next time I should have moved my entire model down a little bit to have more space. Okay, next. So I already mark out the part where Khalid gave 3/4 of his marbles away. So 3/4 means this portion, right? Which is the 150 and 1, 2, and 3. Yes or no? This is the 3/4 and this 150 here is given away. Okay? 3/4 of his marbles. Now, we know that Danny gave 2/3 of his marbles away. That means Danny's, right? I need to cut into how many parts? 3 parts, right? And he actually gave 2/3 away. So here is 2/3 away. So this is actually given away by Danny. Yes? Okay, now, since I know that this portion, the one that I have highlighted, and this is equal, they should be equal units. Correct? I see 4 boxes here and I see 3 boxes here. What should I do next, Danish? Lowest common multiple. When I do lowest common multiple, what's my lowest common multiple, Jack? 12 units, right? So if my lowest common multiple is 12 units, now, how many units should I write in this box, Alexis? 3 units. So I know that each of this box, I need to write 3 units. Which is good. Next, how many units should I write in this box, Ernest? 4 units. So we know that both of them are 12 units. Okay. So now this is my before model and it's completed. Okay. I should draw my after model next. So I draw Khalid and Danny. Okay, now for my model for Khalid. Okay, Vikram, tell me how should I draw it? 3U plus 50, very good. So I have my 3 units. And I have my 50. Okay, 50. Okay, now, what about Danny? Danny has how many, Jing Kai? Sorry? 4 units. Okay, Danny has 4 units. And we know that it all adds up to how much? 113. Okay, good. So now, I need someone to form the equation for me. Charlotte, form the equation for me, please. No, I want you to form the equation first before you solve it. How many units equals to how much? Okay, very good. So she formed the equation 3 units plus 4 units equals to 7 units plus 50. And this will give me 113. I know that my 7 units equals to 63, right? Who said 13? 1 unit equals to 9. So, how many marbles did Danny have at first? I need to go back to Danny at first. We can see that he has 3, 6, 9, 12 units plus. 12 units plus how much? 200. So I find my 12 units first. Oh, Danny, sorry, Danny. Okay, so I shouldn't look at Khalid. So Danny is just 12 units, so it's actually 9 times 12 equals to 108. Okay, so all these questions that I've taught in class, you must have learned it. Okay, next question. Okay. Michelle and Anna had the same number of chocolates at first. It's still my lesson now, right? Correct, okay. Okay. Michelle and Anna had the same number of chocolates at first. Michelle gave 1/4 of her chocolates away and Anna gave 1/3 of her chocolates away. Then Anna had 12 chocolates fewer than Michelle after that. Okay? Now, so they have the same number of chocolates at first. Michelle, Anna. This is at first equal number of chocolates. This is before. Yes? Next, they say that Michelle gave 1/4 of her chocolates away. That means for Michelle's model, how many parts must I cut it to, Jingjie? 4 parts. I need to cut into 4 parts. Now, in the case of Anna's model, since she gave 1/3 away, okay, how many parts must I cut it into sky? 3 parts. Anyone has any problem so far? Okay, now I can start to actually, because we know that these two, they are equal. What is the next step that I should do, Xuan Wei? I should minus 1/4. How to minus 1/4 from here, from my model? Not exactly. Damil, what will you do? I will do the lowest common multiple, right? Will you all do the lowest common multiple first? Yes. To equalize the units, right? So in this case, it's 12 units, so I know that 3 units. Okay. Good. 4 units, 4 units, 4 units. Now then, I can give away, right? Yes or no? Okay. Michelle gave 1/4 of her chocolates away. That means this part is given away, yes? Then Anna gave 1/3. That means this part is given away, yes? Now, I know my after model already after this. So, Michelle, Anna. So, Michelle is left with how many units at the end and beyond? 9 units. 8 units. Okay. Yes? Yeah, you gave away 1/3 and 1/4. Sorry, I don't understand you. Yes, it is. I just want to make it clearer. That's why I draw another one. Okay, because sometimes during exam, you won't use highlighter and all that. Because I'm using this computer, that's why I can highlight it, so it's very obvious. But normally you just use pen to draw all the way, so you will actually draw a second model, right? Yes, Colin? But shading out is like cancelling your work. Yeah. Okay, I mean it doesn't take much effort to draw another 2 boxes, right? And write 9U and 8U. Okay, so we know that Anna has 12 fewer than Michelle after that. So, Araki, give me the equation. 1 unit equals to 12. So, what is the question asking for? So, how many chocolates did Michelle get away? How many units is that? 3 units, right? Which is 12 multiplied by 3 equals to 36. Okay, quite easily done. Remember to write your answer at the bottom. Okay. Okay, next question. Okay, Karen and Tracy were given some sweets in the ratio of 1:2, so you know Karen to Tracy is 1:2. Now, next part. After Tracy gave 23 sweets to Karen, the ratio of the number of sweets that Karen had to Tracy became 3:5. So this is a before and this is the after, right? Now, someone said that we need to use units and parts to do this question. No need, right? Because it's much simpler than that, right? What might be you? Total remains unchanged. Why is this a total remain unchanged question, Kaden? Wait. Yes, they gave to each other. It's an internal transfer. Internal transfer, right? So that's why total remain unchanged. Let's look at the total. Okay, so maybe I write total. Eight, and this is 3. So you look at the total. One of them is 3, one is 8. What should I do next, Daryl? Make the total the same. How can I make the total the same, Daryl? Lowest? Yeah, lowest common multiple, right. So what's the lowest common multiple, Jack? So it's 24, right? Do you all agree with him that the lowest common multiple is 24? Okay, so you need to mark up. So here is actually multiplied by 8. 16. Here is multiplied by 3. 9. 15. Okay, now I can start to solve the question. So Tracy gave 28 sweets to Karen. So Tracy is 16 units at first. She became 15 units, right? So 1 unit equals to 23. So how many sweets did Karen have at first? How many units does Karen have at first? 8 units, right? So 23 multiplied by 8 equals to How much is it? 184. Okay. Next question will be question 40. Okay. It's a drawing kind of question. Okay, so you do not answer here, okay? It's written clearly. So this drawing question, I'll just let you figure out on your own. It's actually quite easy.